So I have with me, this is a professional football player's glove from the Atlanta Falcons.
Wow,
When I was in middle school, uh, indirectly, really, I got this at a game from one of the players.
dang.
Um, so in my freshman year, my hands were bricks, which was frustrating because me and my dad, I tried to get my mom, any friend I had, even friends who didn't like sports, just playing by myself. I was working on catching the football constantly as a kid because I loved football and how bad I wanted to play college and pro football. I could catch. I had good hands because I had been doing it my whole life. But in practice, game, whatever, didn't matter. I couldn't catch anything. So finally, we decided I got to try something. And this was before, kids were wearing $50
Uh-huh.
football gloves and stuff all the time. And so we said, "Hey, we'll try the NFL gloves that I got from the player. Maybe that'll help." Well, it did. I felt a little more confident. I felt a little less anxious. The problem was, they're made for an NFL player, not a 14-year-old kid. And so they were way too big.
Huh?
And, my fingertips weren't reaching the ends. They were baggy. And so I was in a junior varsity game and no one was covering me on a play. There just was no one there. And so I just looked over at the quarterback and he looked over at me. And instead of running the route I was supposed to run, I just like took a step, turned around, he threw me the ball. I caught it. So awesome. Finally made a catch, and so I take off running and I was pretty fast at the time. So no one was going to catch me. Well, I'm about 20 yards down the field and I totally lose the grip on the football because I
No.
have these gloves. The
Oh,
ball, I'm not kidding. I should have had a football here. Ball flies up in the air. I have to just stand there and wait for the ball to come back
oh
down.
no.
I get the ball, take off running again. Well, problem is then everyone's had time to catch up to me. So I make it to about the 1 or 2 yard line. Guy start jumping on my legs, grabbing me and everything. I am fighting for dear life to get into the end zone because I literally never scored a touchdown in high school football.
Oh
So I
man.
was fighting for everything I was worth to get into the end zone, and there's
It's
just
so
too many
close.
guys so close, and they got me, tackled me right at the goal line before I
Oh
could get in. And
man.
it was all because like if I hadn't had this situation and hadn't been wearing the gloves, I would have just scored a touchdown, but I was so anxious. I was like, I need something to help me.
Yeah.